Sorry.
Grant, I think we're about 10 months at this point since your last appearance. I guess the time away, was it necessary, needed, wanted, or have you been frustrated and sitting around waiting to get booked?
Hey, I'm always ready to fight, so I don't like to sit around. I want to get in there, get the job done, do it again.
So with the time away, were you pushing during that time to get booked, or was there just nothing available? You're waiting for certain matchups?
Oh, I'm calling every day, showing up to every fight, making sure that they see my face and know that, hey, the truth is ready to fight.
Nice. So has it been kind of challenging to have to sit on the sidelines?
I mean, it's always challenging not being able to do your job. I'm sure a lot of people experienced that these past couple of years, dealing with COVID and everything. So, yeah, it sucks not being able to do what you love to do. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a fun time, but I'm happy to be back. I gained a lot of knowledge. I used the time very wisely. I'm just excited to show it.
Very nice. So they come to you with a matchup, like you said, you just need to fight. You'll fight anybody. They give you Carl. Excite you? What did you think about the matchup itself?
I think it's a great matchup. I'm just excited to show what I can do, and I know that my team has seen everything and all the work that I put in, so I'm excited to show the world.
Technically, fighting down a little bit in the rankings, which sometimes people are hesitant to do, did that bother you at all, or did you mind?
No, Carl's a great opponent. He's a veteran. He's been in the sport for a while. He's fought some of the best in the world, beat some of the best, and I'm excited to test my skills against someone like him.
Nice. Anything in particular that you're most concerned about or feel could be the biggest challenge to you?
No, I'm not concerned about anything. The biggest thing that I will say is I'm excited to show what I can do. I'm not too worried or focused on everything that he does. He's a good fighter. He does things well. So you can't focus on that. I focus on me.
Last thing for me, I mean, a big win here obviously would be a win over a ranked opponent. It's early in the year, so you can get some more in. So what's the goals for 2023? How do you see the rest of this year playing out?
The rest of this year playing out, so go and get this win, and then I get to marry my fiance, and then after that, we're going to fight again.
Right here. Hey, how's it going, Grant? How's your day going?
Going well. How about yourself?
Doing awesome. Can't complain. Tell me a little bit about Genesis Training Academy.
Hey, Genesis Training Academy, it's an awesome gym. The energy there is unbelievable. My teammates are absolutely amazing, and it's all brought to you by Coach Jacob Ramos, and he's the best in the game, been doing it forever. Legend in the sport, and it's just an honor to be included, a part of what he's built. And man, it makes me happy, and it makes me smile to even put myself in the room with someone like him. I mean, he's worked with all the best, and he's been at the top, and for me to be one of the guys that he's really chosen to take under his wing, it means the world.
And so you're pretty much like the protege, you'd say, right?
I would love to say I'm a protege, which would be, it's just awesome to have a sensei like Coach Jacob Ramos. So that's a really big honor, and I don't take that lightly.
All right, and then one other thing, man. Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Tell me why size doesn't matter in MMA.
Well, I mean, if you love martial arts, which I'm sure all of you in this room do, we all know that martial arts is exactly that. It's an art form. And when you're painting a picture, if you force the brush in any way and it doesn't go and exude what you want to make in a picture, and you just force it, it's never going to look good. But the true artist can flow. The true artist can do everything possible to bring you something beautiful. And so it doesn't matter how strong somebody is, doesn't matter how big they are, what they have. It's about expressing themselves in the best art form possible, and that's what I intend to do when I'm in the cage.
Speaking about painting a picture and art, how do you envision this fight going down this Saturday?
I envision this fight going down in a way that I can show the world what Grand Neal is capable of. That's it. Everybody in my gym, everybody in my community, they know what I'm capable of doing, and now I'm just excited to show everybody.
Last one from me. What do you think about this? Why leave it to the judge if you could finish it in 15 minutes?
Hey, I don't think anybody that gets in there at this level is looking to leave it to the judge. This is a tough sport. You know, everybody's good. So it's not about leaving it to the judge. It's about working for a finish at every moment. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I mean, everybody's good. Some people got hard heads, you know. Some people just don't tap. But you know what? You go out there and you go and try to finish, and that's the biggest thing that you can do. And that's every fight. I go for the finish.
Over here. How you doing, Grant?
Doing well. How about yourself?
All right. So, two-time high school wrestling champion. Are you gonna lean into your wrestling going into the fight?
I'll lean whatever gets me the win. You know, I'm a competitor. So if the wrestling gets me the win, that's where we're gonna lean. If the striking is absolutely amazing and feels amazing, that's where I'm gonna lean. So wherever the fight takes me, it's not about whether I impose this or that. It's just imposing my will completely. So if the wrestling works, then we'll use that. If striking works, we'll use that.
So without that signature knockout in your career, is that what you're looking to gain going into the fight?
Hey, I'm always looking for a signature knockout. You know, that's never beside me. And, you know I got these hands, and I'm going to show people.
Thank you.
Mr. Grant Neal over here. With a win here this weekend, you think a potential title shot may be on the line? Do you think this might be a #1 contenders match for the light heavyweight championship?
Mr. Dylan Brush, what a great question. Yeah, I believe so. I mean, we both are extreme competitors. I believe we're some of us two, Carl and I myself, are the best in the sport. And the ultimate goal is to compete for that world title. And I think definitely, especially in this weight class, the way it's moving, this is one of the contender fights in this weight class. And I believe it definitely sets either one of us up for a title shot. It's going to be me.
I know you're fully focused on the bout ahead this week, and I don't want you to be too much of a matchmaker, but say they come to you with Yoel Romero. They were going to do Nemkov versus Romero for this weekend. It fell through. Do you feel like it would be an honor to step in the cage with someone like Yoel and all he's accomplished within the sport?
Hey, everybody in the top 10 in Bellator is an honor to step in the cage with. I mean, you look at that top 10 and name one person that wouldn't be an honor to step in the cage with. That being said, there's only one thing on my mind, and it's going out and beating everybody in front of me. So whatever they put in front of me, whoever it is, all respect aside, I'm going out there to beat them.
You had a long layoff before this fight. You mentioned your marriage is coming up, your wedding's coming up, but if all goes well in this one, maybe a quick get in, get out first round, would you like to fight on that card March 31st in Temecula alongside your teammate Archie Colgan, maybe a quick turnaround?
Hey, if that is in the cards and my coach wants me to do that, I'm all game. So like the biggest thing for me is I'm a team guy. And so whatever makes sense for myself and the team, we're going to do it.
You talked a little bit about the room, but Kamaru Usman, Muhammad Usman, Justin Gaethje, you, yourself, of course, Archie Colgan, Rose Bruno, a bunch of other guys. Do you feel like that's one of the best rooms, if not the best room in the sport?
Yeah, I mean, Jake does a really good job in bringing what we need in every one of our camps. I mean, this camp, it was unbelievable. I had Mo Usman and Alonzo Minifield and Pat Barry really just in there every single day. But then you have guys like Archie and guys like Brandon Gertz that are just in there. Like, we're not the same weight class or anything, but that energy elevates your game and makes an atmosphere so you're ready for anything once you get in the cage. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And I mean, just competing and being in a room with guys that are champions, have been champions, working with the best is something to be said about that.
And lastly, what can you tell me about Coach Peter Straub? Is he here with you this weekend, Peter Straub? And
yeah, Coach Peter is here with me. He's my jiu-jitsu coach, and I should say jiu-jitsu professor, or else he's going to get mad at me. But he's really helped my Brazilian jiu-jitsu game a ton. He's really helped develop me into a really well-rounded fighter and to show me that, hey, like, we're not here to win jiu-jitsu world titles. We're here to be anti-jiu-jitsu and beat the shit out of people. So, I mean, there's nothing more that you can want from a coach, you know, and he understands my mentality, understands who I am through and through. And to have that in your corner, I mean, who could stop you?
Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Grant. Right. Your last one is moving up to heavyweight. I guess how does it feel to get the last one over him and make him move up to another division?
Hey, I mean, I think that's a really good move for Christian. I think it definitely fits his skill set and what he does. I mean, that dude was, all you guys said, he's the best striker in our weight class, in our weight division. Every single one of the proponents that here were like, hey, Christian Edwards is the next John Jones, And so it excites me to be in the cage with someone like that and to show that, hey, I can nullify that and I can do things and impose my will on somebody of that caliber. That being said, Christian Edwards is an awesome guy, great competitor. I actually was able to have the pleasure of bringing him in at the beginning of my camp to come and work with me on some stuff. And we've grown into becoming like even friends now. And it's been awesome having him around even after competing. And it just shows, it's a testament to who he is as a competitor and as someone in the sport, that he's willing to, get better. Not just, oh man, this guy beat me and now it's just like animosity and I can't do anything. No, he's going out and he's seeking, hey, what did I do in this fight that maybe I could have changed? And not only that, I'm going to put myself in the fire and come and train with you. So like, man, heavyweights better watch out because Christian Edwards is coming.
How did it feel to get back in the win column with a win over him after coming off a loss that you felt like that you won? It was like it left a nasty taste in your mouth, and just how did it feel to get back in the win column over Christian Edwards?
I mean, it felt amazing, Like I said to just not a second ago, it's like, man, I'm a competitor. It doesn't matter if we're playing ping pong. I don't like to lose. So that taste in your mouth is terrible, and you never forget it. Like, it's everybody in the world loves to win. Like, everybody loves to win. You love to win. Right here, you love to win. But not everybody in the world absolutely hates to lose. Some people are okay with it. Some people are like, maybe next time. No, that's unacceptable for me. And it lights a fire under me that's unattainable. It gets at me every single day, and that passion. So it's like constantly just like a pilot light. And yeah, I love winning, but winning isn't for me. I absolutely despise losing. So, winning's fun, but yeah, I think you really got to hate losing,
How did you get over that loss to Alex Polizzi?
It's not getting over it. It's learning from it, right? I don't even call it a loss. It's winning and learning. So that was huge, definitely a lesson. And I'll just leave it at that, because that's exactly what it was, is a lesson. And trust me, it's with me every single day. I won't ever forget it.
Is that a fight that you want back?
Oh, we could run it back anytime, if it makes sense. But like what Dylan Rush was saying, I really believe that this is a really big fight for the motion of the light heavyweight division. We are both still pretty young. I can't speak to what Carl's going to do in his career, especially after this fight. But as far as the future of the light heavyweights in Bellator, this is the fight that you want to see.
And finally, just fighting with Fedor, what's that mean to you?
I mean, it's unbelievable to be on a card with Fedor Emelianenko and Ryan Bader, and man, it's all these guys I grew up watching. And I was talking to my coach the other day. Just the presence of Fedor is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm getting coffee with this guy, and I'm like, man, I've watched you since I was like 10 years old. It's really amazing feeling, and it really helps me get into that mindset. Like this is here. This is me. I am this. I'm supposed to be here, and I just love that.
Hi, Grant. Right over here. So you've competed high-level football, high-level wrestling, high-level mixed martial arts. Which sport has been the toughest on you physically?
Wrestling. Wrestling by far, I would say, well, football is the toughest as far as on your body, like just physical ailments. I mean, you got guys running 25 miles an hour that are like 215 pounds. You got 300 pounders running 20 miles an hour. You know, it's like, that's hard on your body. Mentally and physically, wrestling is just grueling. It is the toughest thing that anybody can put themselves through and make it through. I get a lot of questions about wrestling, and I always tell people that I hate it. And it's not that I hate the sport or hate what I got out of it. It's that I really, truly believe that if you were any good at wrestling, you had to do some things you really didn't like to do. Guys that said that they really love wrestling and it's so amazing probably weren't very good at it.
All right, how would you compare the pressure of competing in the three? Which one do you feel your heart pounding the most when the lights come on?
I would say definitely, wrestling and MMA definitely get your heart pounding because it's just you and another person in that competitive bout, imposing your will on somebody else. So, I mean, it's very similar. But like a wrestling match in high school is totally different than an MMA fight in an arena. That being said, winning a state championship or winning a state semifinals against someone who now is a bronze medalist in the Olympics and walking out for that one in the Pepsi Center, that gets your heart going too, you know. But hey, like MMA by far is there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that experience. It's modern day gladiator stuff, and it's what I was born to do. So, man, to that question, now that I kind of talked you through it, MMA.
And the last thing for me, you did just say you were getting married soon. Is the date set?
Yeah, the date is set. I'm getting married in June. My fiance is going to be in attendance. I'm super excited to have someone that is unbelievably supportive of what I do and unbelievably supportive of my dream. And so, like, I really believe that a relationship is a partnership, and she's an unbelievable partner, an unbelievable friend, unbelievable spiritual leader in my life, and she has just these qualities that are unattainable, and I just can't. I just work every day to be a better man for her. And this is why I do it, who I do it for, and why I do it. We're gonna build a family together, and it's just unbelievable to have someone that is like that in your life, you know. And I think everybody really strives to have, whether it's a lover's relationship or whether it's family, whatever it may be, but someone that's unconditionally loving and supportive of you. It's a really beautiful thing, and it's awesome to have that, and we get to celebrate it with the culmination of a wedding in June.
And has the wedding plans, has that affected anything in camp, or was it like a good distraction, or you not far along in that process yet?
Oh, man, she's an amazing planner. So that's the cool thing. She's a part of the sport, so she understands what it takes and sacrifices that have to be made. And nothing has been taken away from what I do here in my game and in the fight. So I mean, she's awesome. So I mean, she's got everything all planned out, and you know, I'm there to be supportive, good husband.
Hey Grant, so you're a former Tough Enough amateur light heavyweight champion. You went undefeated in amateurs. I want to know, Tough Enough is considered one of the top amateur promotions in the world. How did that do to prepare you for your pro career?
I mean, it prepared me very well. I fought in the main event of Tough Enough for one of my title fights, and it was the Pack the Mac. So still, I think that might have been one of the biggest crowds I've ever fought in front of, and I got to do that as an amateur. So it definitely prepared me for the moment, and also the caliber of opponents that I fought in there. I mean, some of the guys I fought in there were tougher than the guys that I fought early in my professional career. So I really believe that, hey, if you're an up-and-comer and you're fighting local shows and you have an opportunity to fight for a promotion like Tough Enough, I think it definitely will bid well to what you want to do in your future career.
Yeah, I work for a few amateur promotions in San Diego, so I want to ask, what is the best advice you could give to any amateur fighters right now?
If you don't love this, get the hell away from the sport. There's a lot easier ways to make money. But if you do love this, make sure that you surround yourself with people that are 100% for you and not for what they perceive the sport to be. It's really important to have guys that have been in the sport, some really good mentors, and to just be in tune with everything around you. It goes fast, but don't rush it. I think it's really, really important to test yourself, especially at the amateur level, to prepare yourself. And Coach Jake has been around the sport forever, so he really made sure that I was ready for every moment that I've stepped into. So, I mean, going to Tough Enough was his choice. He's like, hey, we beat everybody in this area, in this region. We're going to go Tough Enough on a world stage. They're going to come in here to think they're going to feed you to somebody, and you're going to go and snatch that title. And we did that, and then we defended it. And it's prepared me well for this moment.
Yeah, last question for you. What did winning an amateur title do for your confidence?
I mean, I never really thought of it as winning an amateur title. It wasn't like a huge goal of mine. My goal was always to get better every fight. So I didn't really put too much stock into the title. It's like nice to say, I guess, but that's the thing with winning. One of the scariest pitfalls of winning is winning, and you don't want to fall into that trap. And I've been very fortunate to have people and mentors around me to allow me to avoid those pitfalls. Awesome. Thank you, guys.